thank you. Fixing my audio. Okay, I'll share it again. Just
All right. I'll keep an eye for it.
I'm gonna do it a different way. Hang on. Okay, I can copy it, and then I can go to my Gmail, and then I can do it that way, because nobody can find it. Aggravating asses. And let me make it a link in the email, so they can just click it. Okay, there we go. So now I think we've got some people joining. I'm very suspicious about this lagging thing and it being like the audio stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you do an audio stream bitrate of 128. Okay. I don't even know what that means. Sean, it's telling me that my audio bitrate is too low. Nobody else has joined yet. Well, so far it's just us. So I can see like concurrent viewers and views. And so far it's just 2, so it's like just us. Okay, now Devin's got it. So there maybe will be 3. And then he's got a couple friends over, so maybe they can also open it. But yeah. So now we have 3. Yeah, concurrent viewers, 3. Perfect. I mean, I probably should share it on more platforms. I'm trying to figure out like how to do it from the phone. Give me 1 second. I emailed the link, and so now I should have it in my sent mail, and then I can copy and paste it into my Instagram bio, and I can do share link in bio like a real pro. Copy link. Okay. Every time I go to it, then it like resets me back out. Add link, add external link, paste. So, with me live. Done. Okay, a link has been added to my bio, so then I can post. Okay, there we go. I got that one. So that was my Instagram one. Facebook, and then on here on the phone I have to do the X one. Okay, what's happening? Okay, so I didn't really say anything. I just put the link there. Anyway, okay, so we have 4 people watching right now, so I think that's just like us for now. I don't know if I can see who's watching. It just tells me how many people are watching, and then of course the chat, which is nice. It's all very fancy, of course. So, we also have a new close up of the sewing machine scene. So we can not only see our overhead view of the sewing machine, pardon my remote, but you can also see this close up sewing scene, which I think is really cool and also very high resolution and nice. This one is just my like web camera for my laptop, and so it's very fuzzy, which is fine for my face. Okay, so I am going to start sewing, I guess. I feel like I should share it to more people. Bob is out. Can you go downstairs and put it on Bob's computer if I send the link to Bob's email?
I opened it on the second account.
Yay, thank you.
I count as 2 people now.
I'm going to forward the link to Bob, and then Sean's going to put it on there. And
Sounds good.
or here, I'll just text it to Sean. Text it to him. It looks so fancy. I made that little picture and everything. I was so proud of myself. And I sped up my other ones and I made it into a reel and I posted that. I was so proud of myself. It's kind of a mess, you know, first try, whatever, but listen, there's promise there. I used Microsoft Clipchamp, which like comes with your computer, so it was fine. It worked fine. A little buggy, you know, you know how Microsoft is, had to like reload a couple times, but it worked. Okay, we got there. I sped it up. I ended up speeding it up twice to get it down to where it would fit, and honestly I could have had it less sped up and it would have fit in the reel, but I was tired. So once I did it, and I was just like, whatever, it's good enough. But I might redo it and like at the end when I'm showing the item, have that be longer because it flashes so quickly you can't see the item. So today we're going to be sewing the coat. Alright, I have it the main part of the coat on a hanger here, and then we have our sleeves. So, today, I have also got good advice from the AI to remember about every 15 minutes. I mean, we have the overlay on the screen, but we want to plug our thing, right? And make sure that I remember to, like, keep saying it. So we have 5 people. That's Devin joining from 2 things. And then, oh, Bob. I have to send it to Bob so it can be on the downstairs computer. I feel like if we have more things, like more people watching, it'll suggest it to people. Okay, link, send. And even like famous streamers, it always takes forever for people to join, you know? And they always spend like the first little bit of their stream like waiting for people to join. Okay. So we've got some people started. I have not really prepared for my sew. I've mostly been preparing the room for streaming more so than sewing. I should have been paying more attention to my sew. So I need to look at my instructions very carefully. I also was using a YouTube video to sew this. I was doing a sew along with a YouTube video. Which obviously, well, I mean, I maybe could play it and show it on the screen. I could probably get Sean to help me do that. If I get a little stuck, then I am going to do that. Following these instructions has not done me too well so far, I'm not going to lie. We're going to see what we can do. Okay. Let me get all my pieces. That's extra fabric. Okay, this sleeve is marked right. This lining is only pinned, not sewn, and she is marked something, I hope. Let's see what we got. There's sew marks, there should be. Oh, this is like a whole sleeve put together. I don't think I wrote on there what that was. Okay, hang on, let's see. And then this sleeve is like already put together and pulled through. I think I realized that I thought it was going to be like kind of backwards, but on the left side I think this is correct, and then this is the right one. I can always move the button. I think I put the button on the front and it should have been towards the back. Oh yeah, I just had this thing on there wrong. Oh. I sewed the little, oh yeah, okay. That's what it was. And then I got mad and I cut it off. It might have been fine going to the front, but I cut it off. Now I have to open it up again and make another one and put it in there if I want to use this sleeve. Okay, I see what happened. This is a tie that has not been pressed yet. this is another lining. Okay. We did recut some sleeves. We did. Okay, right. So it looks like I have 2 rights and no lefts. I think I have 2 right sleeves, no left sleeves. Let's see. Actually, let me see. This sleeve is marked right, but when I actually put it like it would be sewn and I put my arm in it, it fits my left arm. So it's marked right, but I may have just mismarked this sleeve and caused myself a whole lot of confusion. So I'm going to like sort of rub off the R and make an L. I think I just made it backwards. I marked it wrong, and all of my angst with my sewing them incorrectly is probably, whoops, just because I marked it wrong. Okay. That's actually a left sleeve. I have my buttons in the bag. Scrap fabric. Okay, now maybe I won't use that one. So left sleeve. We'll have left lining and right lining. The right sleeve. Yes, that'll fit my right arm. Okay. It definitely challenges like my spatial understanding doing these sorts of things, for sure. Okay. So I think I have figured out which parts of my coat I have. Let me look at my instructions here and see if I can figure out what I'm doing. So you baste your sleeve together, pin sleeve tab to upper sleeve, matching small dots, baste along seam line, stitch sleeve tab and place along stitching line. That's just this little tabby thing. I've got those already on there. 38, ease under sleeve between the notches. So that means they do this, I guess, to make room for your elbow. There's going to be 2 parts of it that are going to be, the lengths of the fabric are going to be different, and you have to ease it. You have to like squish the fabric of one in to make it fit. Not the easiest thing. So I may, let me see, have I already done that? Probably not. Ease under that, stitch remaining sleeve seam, carrier, cut 2 carriers for sleeve tabs, remaining section of carrier will be for belt loops. I've already got sleeve tabs on there. Cut 1 inch from the lower edge of the sleeve lining sections. Ease and stitch sleeve lining sections together in the same manner as the sleeve. So you stitch the sleeve together, you stitch the liner together, you pin the lower edge of sleeve lining to the sleeve with the right sides together and the raw edges even, and stitch in a 1/2 inch seam. Okay, this has been not easy, okay? So you stitch the sleeve up, you ease it together, you stitch the liner up, you ease it together, and then you stitch them together, and then you pull it through. We're gonna get this done. All right. I need to get my green thread out though, because I only have gold thread on my machine. It's right here. Have it handy. We also need to spin a bobbin. I don't have a green bobbin. Alright, so I am going to show you guys how to run and thread a bobbin. the light kind of blows the machine out, doesn't it? I wonder, hang on, let me put my lounge scene on so I don't make you sick here if I change things with this little camera. If I move my small camera over, I put it up here so you can see what's going on, maybe. Let's check what that looks like. Yes, that's what I want to show you. Okay, so we've been sewing. Let me take this off. Sewing with the thread here. We want to switch over to this nice green thread. So I need to wind a bobbin because when you sew, you always have the top and the bottom, right? So the bottom is down here because there's two threads that's going into making each stitch. Let me put away these threads, these old ones. Okay, there we go. So now I am going to take this empty clear plastic bobbin right here and I'm going to wind the green thread onto the clear plastic bobbin so that I have a green bobbin. I have this nice big chunky thing of thread here. Now to wind a bobbin, instead of going the same way that you did before, you still kind of go through this, but you go around this top thing right here and then you put a little bit of the thread through the hole. There's a small hole in the bobbin. You put a little bit of thread through there. And you make it like a clean end. You put that thread through the top hole of the bobbin. If you can get through there, there you go. Grab it. Okay. You put the bobbin on this little thing right here. You push it down. Now the hard part is you have to turn your wheel of your sewing machine a half turn backwards to disengage basically the transmission of the sewing machine. And it doesn't like to do it. I struggle, mine especially, my machine. It's like spinning freely, that's not good. Oh, there we go. Okay, got it. Disengaged there. Okay, so now I hold this little piece of thread and I hit my, I thought it was disengaged. There we go. Oh, push it over like that. There we go. Now I trim off that little extra piece so that it doesn't mess me up. And then I go to town. I take this nice little wound up green thread and I put it in this little widget here. I make it so it looks like a number 9. You put it in there like the number 9 and then there, whoops, I dropped it. Don't do that. Hold on, let it go. Okay, sorry. Okay, you hold your thread bobbin like the number 9. And then you hold this part with the little, there's a little sticky up part, you hold that up in the air like a little alfalfa sprout. And then you put your number 9 in there and you take your thread and you pull it through the little hole and up until you hear a click. And then you take that business and you stick it down in your machine. Okay, now we can switch back to the over. Well, I'll show you how to thread your machine back. So then re-engage your machine. My thread got stuck around my wheel here. What happened? Come away from there. Okay, it goes through here, down, up, down. Oh, and we should change our needle because we still have the same needle that we used before. So we should change our needle on our machine as well. So now I am going to put this down here. Sorry, I don't want to make you sick. This is where it should be now. I'm just gonna get it just right there. change the needle on my machine, because you should always change a needle with every project. Keep your needle nice and sharp. And this one, I absolutely like dug the needle into my hand, but probably not good for the tip. Okay, so we're gonna open this new one here. Alright, and we are gonna put this. Do you think we should put music on, or would that be distracting?
It should be, as long as it's quiet enough.
Okay. And then we're gonna put that needle up in there, and we're gonna tighten it down with a little screw. And then we take our green thread and we put it through, and just like that, right through the needle, take it to the back. There you go. Now we should be ready to sew. I always take a little piece of scrap fabric and test it out and see how it looks. So I'm gonna reach down here in my little basket and find a piece of fabric that's too small to do anything with, and use that as my scrap. And what this will do is just make sure that your sewing machine is working before you try to sew your actual item. And I was sewing this out. Where'd the piece go? I was trying to cut off. Here we go. This is not the same piece, but it will work. So if we had, yes, some nice slow classical music will make it very relaxing. Okay, so then we take our little thing here, put it down. Let's test our stitch. I might actually make it a little bit longer. Let's go 2.5. Okay, pull your thing up. Boom. Ooh. So this fabric, it does want to pull that. So you have to pull it out. Okay, so you gotta be careful. The 2 millimeter actually looks better. I think the 2.5 millimeter is gonna be too long for this fabric. We want it to be a little bit stronger, so I'm actually gonna go with 2 millimeters. Now that I look at the lengths of those stitches, I think that the 2 millimeter looks just a little bit nicer. Okay, so now my machine is ready. I'm like scared to sew this thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sew the sleeve. Sew the liner. Sew the sleeve to the liner. And then I should be ready to go. Okay, here it is. Alright, let's see here. I'm trying to line this thing up and see where are the places where I'm supposed to ease it in. Looks like I have 2 here. I think I already did that.
Janice is loving it.
I know, we gotta get some more people. I think this just wants me to baste the stitch remaining sleeve seam. Can I just buzz it through the serger? Of course, that's what I did over here, but I'm afraid if I do that, then it's not gonna be right, and I'm gonna have to take it out, and I'm not gonna be able to. So, I think I'm just gonna do it with the sewing machine first, and then I will serge it. So let me just baste it first. 5/8 inch seam allowance, long basting stitch 4 millimeters. Just gonna baste this together. And again, let the machine do the work. You just want to line up with your seam allowance and just let the machine pull that through. It'll do it for you. walking foot on there. I usually sew with my walking foot. This, you know, this little thing that goes drop, 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 drop. It's really made for going over bumpy things and stuff. And slippery things. But I find I just like it. I use it for everything. It just goes over everything more easily. But that's called a walking foot. Okay, so I'm just going to baste everything together at this stage, and then I'm going to try sewing it together. I'm going to make sure it's correct first, and then we are going to go from there. Okay. So we need to ease in our liner. With right sides together and raw edges even, pin under sleeve to upper sleeve, matching notches, pulling up ease stitches to fit. Stitch remaining sleeve seam. You know, okay, we're just doing it. We're doing it. Baste. I'm just gonna baste together. The lining is so similar on both sides, it's hard to tell. I feel like I did a bad job promoting our little live stream here. I want it to I really love your raffle idea, Janice, of raffling off that party. That is such a good idea. I love that. But I don't know, I feel like we're missing something here. We need a little something, something. There's some little... I'm so scared of these sleeves. I am facing my fears. I am sewing the sleeve. It's definitely like a, for when you're sewing, you know, if you take something out of your pile where it's been for a while, you know, and you haven't been working on it and you finally work on it, it's such a good feeling. Okay. Pin lower edge of sleeve lining to sleeve with right sides together and raw edges even. Stitch in a 1/2 inch seam. And you want it to curve under for that. Okay, so I've already cut off my inch. Okay. Right sides together. So the right side is on the inside. So on this one, I'm too close. Oh, I need the lounge seam. No, I need the sewing seam. The big one. Yes, okay. So I have both these sleeves. I need to not stab myself with these pins that are in here. I need them to be right sides together. So right now, the wrong side is out and the wrong side is out. So I need for the wrong side to be in and the right side to be out. And then put them together in such a way that they actually are together properly. Easier said than done. And I haven't been doing sew a seam, press a seam because I'm just basting. I'm not even 100% sure these stitches are going to stay where I'm putting them. I will press these in once I'm 100% sure I'm doing it right. So you have to put this in here. Oh, hey, Chloe. Hey. Chloe's here.
We got Sprite, Coke,
Cody's buying drinks for the 5th grade dance tomorrow.
And Fanta and Minute Maid pink lemonade.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
And I got a toothbrushes and mouthwash. I mean,
Oh, nice. They went to Sam's.
no, we went to Walmart
Go to Walmart. Oh,
because Bobby didn't want to go.
you didn't want to go to Sam's? Sam's too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Walmart's right there.
And I saw Remington there.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's
I didn't
okay.
say hi to him though.
You didn't?
Huh?
Remington from school.
You're on YouTube?
I am on YouTube right now, and so I want to see if I text you the stream link, can you open it on your tablet and see if it works?
Sure.
Sure.
I just don't know my tablet is downstairs somewhere. How many people are on?
Right now, it's just us so far, and I think I'm being boring.
I saw 5 on my side.
I think that Devin joined from 2 browsers.
Yeah, Devin's 2, I'm 1, Bob's 1, and then
Janice.
yeah.
So definitely trying to get some additional people. I think, I don't know, people love craft content, they really do.
Is there any comments yet?
Janice's comments there you can see in the chat, and you can do the chats too if you want. Alright, so I'm doing my best to pin this together, right sides together.
Start sharing now with people. Can we?
So now, see, here's the thing. Oh no, right side, right side, right side, right side, yes.
Beautiful.
That's,
Yes. Is it laggy?
not in OBS. I don't know in YouTube. It's working well in OBS. Okay, so here we are. So yes, that idea of, so Janice is doing a raffle, and if you win the raffle, then you get a party, like a Janice party. Like she will come to your venue and she will cook a meal or do a high tea. So either a meal for 4 or a high tea for 6, which I think is just so cool. So to win that, all you have to do is donate $25, and the information is on my Instagram and my Facebook. And you send Janice a screenshot, and then she will enter you to win.
It could be for us too.
Yeah, we got entered to win because isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
so,
know we're gonna win.
Well, I think we're gonna get more people donating, and hopefully not be us, because I think we want other people to win, because we want so many other people to donate that
But I
they're
want
gonna be
Janice to do a high tea with us.
well, yes, I do also, but I'm just saying we're gonna get outside folks to like do all this. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's the plan.
Would she'll come to your house and do it?
Anywhere in Florida.
Anywhere? Like even Miami?
That's what it said. Anywhere in Florida. Isn't that cool? Alright, I'm trying to sew this. Alright, we're gonna get this sleeve. I'm still just basting because I don't have any faith. Let me take my pins out.
I'm gonna try to get all my shedding off.
Oh yeah, her sunburn, all of her skin. So you have to exfoliate, right? So oatmeal bath would help with the itching, and then that dry brush thing from Sol de Janeiro. Use that thing. That would probably be the best thing we have to get the shedding off. And then in
I'm
the
like a
shower,
snake, Janice.
she's shedding her skin.
Or somebody commented.
Chad logged in on chat, so my phone died. Oh. Well, that's alright. We're just happy to have ya. I know. I've got to. Oh, I need to send this stuff to.
I've been awful thirsty lately.
Yeah, because of all of your. You get dehydrated with the sunburn, and you have to drink a lot of water. Alright, so now when I pull this out, I should end up with a sleeve that looks right. Is the idea. So you pull it out and you turn it through, and then you put the liner back in the sleeve, myself. Okay, and then you have a lined sleeve. Sleeves are so hard. These things are my kryptonite. But you know what? If I get this green one sewn, then I'm gonna make the camel colored one. I have the fabric, I have everything, I bought all the stuff. Okay, I think this might be correct. For the left sleeve. Now I already had the right sleeve somewhere, correct? Yes, I had the right sleeve in the bucket. My bucket, I think, already done. No, this is the one that has the thing cut off of it. Where's the other one? Hang on a minute. How did I know? First, did it go? Because this one is looking good, I think. I have to like stitch it better, but I think it's looking good. This is the one where I cut the thing off in the fit of rage. So I either have to put that back, but I thought I had. So this, yeah, right. Okay. We're going to do the same thing again. We're just basting. We are absolutely basting. We're going to put these things together with basting stitches. I'll even baste it onto the coat, and then I will make sure it is all correct, and then once I'm sure it's all correct, then I'm going to sew everything for real, for real. And then we'll add buttons, and honestly buttonholes, and then this is done, but you know, how many hours are you going to sew, right? But I do want to do that camel colored coat. I really do. And I do like the idea of doing those little sped up kind of, like the little reels I did, but like better, you know, that one was kind of a mess, but let me do the close up. Okay, isn't that cool? Sean has some talent with that, I really think. He can make some money being like a producer. There's a lot of demand for that stuff nowadays, you know. I'm not even pinning, I'm just holding everything in. A lot of people that have been sewing for a long time, they never pin. They just rock and roll. And like in the garment factories, no pins. They just hold it and go. And they go so fast. You know, the person will be sewing one seam that day and they'll just be whoosh, 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 whoosh. They do it so fast, it's unbelievable. Okay. Now I need to baste together my lining. And then again, we're going to baste it to the sleeve. We're going to check if it's right. We're going to put that thing in the coat, baste it in the coat, check if they're correct. And then if they are, we're sewing it together. So I am going to, your high tea thing, okay? So tomorrow is Chloe's banquet, her 5th grade banquet. Me and Bob sponsored the 5th grade banquet. So we paid for everything, the food, the drinks, everything. And I told them that I wanted to put a sign. And I was going to put an All Things Plumbing sign. But why don't we put a sign for your raffle instead? Because, like, that's better. Oh, yeah, the angle is good. Thank you. So I think that we should put a sign up for Janice's raffle instead. Okay, so we're basting. Basting, basting, basting. Okay. Basting, basting. Got it. Okay, and then we're going to baste the other side. Put them together. And I really hope I got these sleeves correct, because I'm telling you, these physics of sleeves is tough. Trying to figure out the directions and which one goes where, and you got a front piece and a back piece and a left and a right. Holy cow. Okay, base this. Okay. I'm just making sure my two are together, and I'm lining up my cutting marks over here, a little ways back. I'm trying to keep it there, you know, as close as possible to my seam allowance line. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I'm going to move a little bit faster. Let me just reach my hotkey. Going to turn this lining of the sleeve right side out. I'm going to put this inside this outside part of the sleeve. I'm going to line them up. I'm going to start with the top so that I make sure that this oversleeve part is together. Oh, I put it in here upside down, see? Alright, try again. There we go. So this piece matches to this piece. This seam matches to here. Okay. Here's my liner. Making sure that the front and the back is correctly lined up here. Yes, it is. Okay. So Sean just came in there and was like, oh, he just came and checked in on things. Again, shout out to Sean for setting up all of the stream, including camera angles. Hang on a second. And all I have to do is press a number on the keyboard and it brings it up. It's so cool. Okay. I'm trying to distribute out my seams here. So they'll be nice and flat, so they'll lie nice and flat. Eventually I'm gonna press these. For right now, again, we are only basting. When you do a coat, if you are doing like a really nice tailored coat, a lot of times you do so much hand basting as you go. Oh, I think this is a 1/2 inch allowance here. You do so much basting as you go. And you don't sew it until you've tried it on. You know, like a properly tailored and fitted garment is a dream. It's a completely different experience from ready to wear. Cut for you is so flattering. And again, I'm no tailor, but a professional tailor can absolutely have you looking 100% your best. Clothes that are just fit to your measurements exactly, because no person is exactly what comes off ready to wear, you know, so you're always kind of like buying things, they're not exactly right, but they're pretty close, but if you make to your measurements, of course, then it is all exactly right. So I am just distributing this fabric, kind of holding it there with my hand underneath. And then I'm trying to flatten this out and distribute this fabric. Again, I'm just basting it together here. This is not my final sew. But I want to get it held together so that I can see if what I'm doing is actually right. For those who were not here on my previous live, I have sewn these sleeves on backwards, not one, not two, but 3 times prior to now. So we are working very hard to ensure that doesn't happen again. And part of that is basting everything together and then coming back and sewing it for real. Okay, so now I have a left sleeve and a right sleeve. Okay, here we go. If this ends up being right, I will be putting a button here. I always do my buttonholes first, and then I put the button wherever, because it's a lot easier to sew a button than it is a buttonhole. So wherever your buttonhole ends up, that's where your buttonhole is, and then you just put the button in place, and that is much easier than trying to stress yourself out about a button. Okay, let me do. All right, hello everyone. I think I'm gonna close this door. I am going to grab, so this is the coat. Dun, 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 dun. You can't really tell. It's kind of like a London fog style overcoat. It's got the flappies. It's got the flappy on the back. It is going to be very waterproof, the kind of fabric that it is. It's actually, you know, honestly, it's like a cheap fabric because this is just one that I was making for practice. Because I've got some, I wanted to make like a London fog style overcoat is what I was after. But this was one that I was just making as a muslin. A muslin, you know, muslin is a type of fabric, but when you're sewing, what you call a muslin is your practice that you do for fit and to see if it works. So you sew your first one out of like a cheap fabric, and then you sew your real one later, right? So, there we go. So this is my coat sans sleeves. So what I need to do is get these sleeves on here. Hang on, let me pin this down so I don't stab myself. Right arm. This sleeve needs to go on this side. Left arm. This sleeve needs to go on this side. Hey, Chloe. Alright, so, oh, look at that. It looks like a coat. On the camera, you can't really tell that these aren't connected. Now you can. Yeah, you do. Okay, so then, how do I, okay.
Just this I need.
Now I need to sew the tops of the sleeves together. And then, turn sleeve right side out. Hold coat wrong side out with armhole toward you. With right sides together, pin the sleeve to the armhole edge with center small dot at shoulder seam, placing double small dots at underarm seams, matching notches and remaining small dots. Pull up ease stitches to fit. To distribute fullness evenly, slide fabric along bobbin threads until there are no puckers or tucks on the seam line. Baste. Stitch. Stitch again, 1/8 of an inch away from first stitching. Well, goodness. Sewing sleeve is nobody, you know, it's not an easy task, I'll tell you what. So first things first, I have to put the tops parts together here. But once I do that, I will not be able to re-sew the rest of it. So I think I feel good now that what I've sewn so far is right, that I've done this right. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, I did get a little pucker in there, whoops. A little pucker in the fabric, between the fabric and the liner. But I think I can go ahead and finally sew these, you know, instead of just basting stitches, and then I can press them as well. So let's take these back inside out again. I'm gonna do it on the serger because just like this seam, this one's already cut and finished at the same time. It's terrible lighting, you can't see a thing. Let me switch. This is actually quite warm. It's gonna make a great raincoat. I think it's gonna be a really good raincoat because the little flappies are gonna keep the rain down off of you, you know what I mean? The little flappies are gonna be amazing for rain. Okay, now check this out. Look at this angle. Look at this. This is the best one. This is the best one because you can see on the serger so well. What? What are you looking at on my phone over there?
I'm trying to figure out this, but I don't know how you did like those password things.
What? For what?
Stop doing that. This. I'm trying to sign into Xbox.
Trying to sign into Xbox? Oh, it should be under Outlook.com. It's erica.words@outlook.com. Look under like maybe Microsoft or something. Live. It might be under live.com actually. I think that's what it calls it when it saves that password.
I found it. Never mind, I found password.
Woo. Okay. So now I am going to finish these sleeves off. I love this angle right here. I think is the best angle going. Oh, let me make sure the light doesn't blow it out. It does a little bit. This is actually such a dim little light. It's so funny that it looks so bright on the camera. The camera and real life are so different. It's so funny.
The Microsoft Online thing?
Yeah.
Okay, well then it has a different email.
Erica.words@outlook.com.
It says email or dad.
No, don't use that one. There should be a few different ones, a few different choices. Look for erica.words@outlook.com. Look under live.com, I think. So now this machine is trimming the seam and finishing it all at the same time. You can see it making this really nice finished seam as it comes out the back there. There we go. So we are just cutting off. Did Sean ever end up putting on music? I don't think he did. He was talking about it, and then I don't think he did end up doing it. Yesterday we were gonna put some classical music on. I don't think I ever ended up actually.
Microsoft sign in.
Yeah, I've got these pasted down. Alright, let me just take my seam ripper here. I'm just going to take up one side of this so that when I serge it, it lays flat.
Okay, well you have gamepad.
Yes, we have gamepad.
Trying to figure out how you can sign into Microsoft.
Like I said, it's under erica.words@outlook.com for that Microsoft stuff. I know that's true. I'm just taking out a couple of my basting stitches so that I can serge this and it will lay flat.
At Outlook, you said?
Yeah, it's at Outlook. It's weird, it's not my Gmail, it's like a different.
Well, how do you...
I don't know. Okay, so then that finished that seam. So now I would like to go over and iron that seam. So we're gonna go to my ironing board. Yes, my ironing board cover is a mess. It looks so bad.
Okay, so sign into use Microsoft account.
See if you can use a QR code and do it like by using the camera. That might be easier. I'm plugging in my iron because again I have a maybe irrational fear of the iron falling off.
Where's my pen? Look. There's my QR code.
Okay, email erica.works@outlook.com, babe. You're gonna have to type if it doesn't Ooh. This fabric will take a lot more heat, so the last fabric that I was using could not handle the heat. This outer fabric can. The liner, probably no. So let me go ahead and do all this outer fabric and get all these wrinkles while I have the liner out.
What's your authenticator app?
On my phone, and it's called Authenticator.
Okay.
There we go. I'm not even pressing down on here because of the pins. I'm just gently seaming it. Okay, and then my liner is like a polyester or something, so I would have to turn this way down, my iron way down to iron this part. So for now, I only just did this part because I sewed this seam. So I'm gonna turn it back on. I'm gonna put it right side out, and I'm gonna press that seam from the outside. Yeah, there's a couple different authenticator apps. It's the Microsoft Authenticator. Hooray for two-factor authentication. I was just thinking, I was like, oh, I shouldn't say my thing on stream, and then I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter, I have two-factor authentication. Hopefully, I just, probably just a matter of time before that all stuff gets hacked too, but for now, it saves me. Okay, I am just trying to press this seam flat. This fabric wants to kind of roll up a little bit. Let me just move this. See.
Oh, it's signed in.
Oh.
That's good. Where is it?
And I actually got the same color thread on my serger that I was using for the other. I don't have this exact green thread on that serger, but the gray will be totally fine.
We have Game Pass on this login.
There we go. Ooh, look at that thing. And let me do this other one too, because I clearly did not press this. You can tell the difference. See, this pressed seam is so sharp and nice, and this unpressed seam like round and roly-poly, right? So I must have been losing patience and not pressing my seams as I went. This seam looks impatiently sewed. It looks like I was having trouble getting my serger to go over right here.
Play with card game, yeah, sure, whatever. We own it. I'm trying to play Sims 4 because you can play it on your tablet. You just have to go into the Xbox app.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Chloe is loving The Sims. Super fun. Little gamer girl over here.
No.
Brothers are the gamers. So does not identify that way. Thank you
Sure,
very much.
whatever, I don't.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm not talking to you, I'm not
Oh,
talking.
sorry.
I'm talking to you.
I get confused a lot. I think she's just talking. Just narrating. See there, now that press seam looks so much better.
Oh my gosh, like stop. Hey, we don't need you talking now. Now I have to sign it again? Really?
It's a lot of fun to get into. And then I think I'm going to next, okay, so now I finished those seams on that this outside green part. Then I'm gonna finish the inside green part. But the liner, honestly, I don't even need to, like this will not ravel. So this one, you saw how like all these little strings come off like this. Like I need to finish this seam because of all these little strings. Although technically, because it's gonna be inside, I'm gonna be putting this inside. This is the wrong side. So you really don't have to finish anything that's on the inside like that. I probably could have even got away with not finishing those other seams. But this is a very ravelly fabric, and it's just gonna ravel up into nothing if you don't finish those seams. So I think I will just give it a quick buzz around on the serger. Just to finish that up, trim those threads so that this does not continue unraveling. Okay. If I can get to it.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it says include with EA Play. Don't we have that on Xbox?
Yeah.
Just get EA Play then.
Yeah, it's like you have to have the EA Play app, and then you also have to have Microsoft. It's like 10 different things you have to get. It's so annoying. I had to do that on my computer too. I had to get EA Play, and then I also had to get other stuff. Anybody play The Sims can confirm. Let me
Get
know.
free plus.
Okay.
Stop making me sign it.
So annoying, all the sign-ins. I know.
Making me sign in a million times.
Making you sign in a million times. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I am just gonna finish this because it is very ravelly. And I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna be inside. I probably could get away with not finishing, but I feel like I want to because of all the threads. Okay. Just kind of figuring where am I gonna tie on here? How about right here? Get the bottom part right. And this will also reinforce that seam down on the bottom. So that way your sleeves won't come apart on you. Oop. There's a couple stitches here I want to undo because I want this to lay flat, and right now it's like folded over itself. So I'm gonna undo a couple stitches here. Is it working?
No, I'm trying to figure it out how to do it.
Sorry. There we go. Okay, now I can lay it flat. Just trying to get this out. I'm not trying to make, don't want to run over any of your other fabric. There we go. Round this side. Here we go. Oh, I do not have an Alexa. I'm just now looking at the chat. I just realized I have not been paying attention to the chat. I'm paying attention to my little sewing thing here. Oh, hey, no worries. Go Janice, right? We are here to support Janice. That is why we're here. So anybody, if you haven't seen the votes, please do go vote. You can vote for absolutely free. It does not cost anything to go ahead and vote. Now, he did something where he was playing some music, and then it's supposed to be in the background on the desktop audio. I'm not exactly sure how, he did have that working, but now it's not.
Okay.
Just play the music, on the speaker in the background instead of on the computer. Do we have something?
No, I'm just trying to figure this out.
Here, hand me my phone, please. Thank you. Okay. I know you're frustrated. I'm sorry. Let's try to get some music on here. Okay, if it's too loud, tell me. I don't know how much is too much here. That'll be a little bit in the background. Okay, so now this is going to go inside, so I'm not going to press this. I'm just going to let this go inside. Okay. Right here, let me cut that off. Alright, now we're gonna put this. Do you remember, Janice, at your baby shower, and you did that thing? It was like a questionnaire, and it was like, how well do we know you? And we did not know any of the answers.
Mine?
No, Janice's baby shower for Wyatt, when she was pregnant with Wyatt. She did this thing, and it was and that's why I picked Fleetwood Mac, because I think you said there that your favorite music was Fleetwood Mac. And it was so funny because like somebody said, "What's your favorite music?" And I looked and I realized I had no earthly clue what kind of music you listen to.
Disney music.
Disney music. And I was like, "How am I your best friend? And I don't even know what kind of music you like. That's terrible."
What did she say?
She said, "I think Fleetwood Mac there at the time or something."
Oh, so you got that one right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did get some of them right.
Yeah, we got a few right, but it was pretty funny.
I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, so then catch, stitch, sleeve, hem in place. I think I can just press it, and honestly it's going to stay where I put it, to be perfectly honest with you. Instead of having to stitch it down, I think I'm just going to press it, and it's going to look nicer. Cleaner, because your edge is inside here. I think it'll look better that way. Okay. Ease upper edge of sleeve between the notches. Base remaining raw edges together. Upper edge of sleeve between the notches. Okay, what are we working with here? Yeah, I feel like we're like the last people that don't have an Amazon Alexa or a Ring camera, you know. I do not have either of those things.
Well, I need to sign in and that. Forget that.
Well, here, give me your tablet. Let me see if I can figure this out here really quick so you can.
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't.
So I'm just trying to log her in really quick for this.
Yeah. DJ Sean. Who are these people? Can I win a green coat tonight? I feel like I'm on a winning streak.
That must be Jerry.
All the giveaways. DJ Sean. Yes, the white witch. I love her. Letting this roll while I stuff
Okay,
some.
here it is.
Letting this roll while I stuff some laughter.
There you go.
Janice, you and Brian will have to get together on top of being an excellent floral designer. He's a good cook also.
He is. It's true.
Is Ben
Sims. Here you go.
Did you sign in?
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Okay. She is signed in. Okay, so now let's see if we can get this thing in here. You know, Janice, I started making this so long ago, it's going to be too big for you. I just realized.
Just sign in again.
Let me see.
Because I had to add it to the home screen.
It should stay signed in. Why isn't it staying signed in?
Well, you know, oversized things are in right now. Right?
Yeah.
So it'll be okay. It'll just be a cutesy, oversized jacket. You know?
Yeah. I just wanted to stay signed in before, though.
I don't know. It is weird. Thank you very much.
Alright, let me put some pins in this thing. Where's my pins? Here they are. Okay. Wonder, this might be better if I put this. What? Alright, I'm gonna try to. My poor little camera is trying to focus on what I'm doing here. It's here. You got it? There we go. Okay. Yeah, there. It's gonna probably have to download or something, right? It's gonna take a minute.
No, it's like keeps saying sign in.
Sign in again?
Cause it says like, you know how it said like with EA or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
It says that again.
Yeah, you sign in with Microsoft, you sign in with EA, there's like all these sign-ins. Okay. Trying to get this thing lined up nicely because we have to ease this lining in. So there's going to be more lining than there is
How did you do it?
outer fabric. I hit get EA play, included with EA play. Okay, let me see. Is that definitely it?
So when you, yeah, it's it. Look.
Oop, let's whack the computer. There you go. Okay. Okay, now I have to use
working.
this fabric. It's working?
Look.
Ah,
I'm gonna go put some water.
okay. Okay, so
Works.
that's
Look.
Sims 4 on the tablet. Now you don't have to have the laptop for it. Oh, a Chloe hand. Did I get in there?
No.
You have to try on your dress. You should show them.
No, I shouldn't.
It's so pretty. She's got her 5th grade dance tomorrow.
Yeah, I do.
She's got a purple dress. And it's really cute. It's one of the ones that you can tie it like 72 different ways. But we have found the best of all 72 possible configurations. Alright, I'm just pinning this thing. I guess I'm finishing one sleeve all the way and then I'm going to finish the other one. Now that I'm like, I feel pretty confident that I at least did them correctly. At least I'm pretty sure. Alright, so then I just sew this top part around like this because once I put it together with the coat, that's when we're going to have the right sides together. So here I can just sew around the top. So I'm going to angle slightly, don't get sick, so you can see. Okay. I know when I'm at work, when people like move their cameras around, some people complain of motion sickness. So I don't know if that's a real thing. I'm sure it is. Okay, turn, baste remaining raw edges together. We're gonna baste it. Okay. 4 millimeters is good. There we go. Where's my pin? Things disappear on your table, I swear. There it is. So if any of you guys were here the other day, you might notice that Janice has moved up in the ranks. So before she was 7th, I believe she is 4th now. We are gonna use our free votes every day. Make sure that she rises up. Every vote helps. And today they have double votes, so every vote counts twice. I'm just kind of trying to line these up as I go. I gotta see if the boys voted. Tell them to vote again. I tried to send them messages to remind them. Because Adrian, Devin, and Sean have Facebooks. Not that they're friends with me, but you know. And don't worry, Mark Zuckerberg, they're all over 13. Okay. Basting this together, taking the pins out as I go. So then this top sleeve is going to connect to the coat. So I feel like this sleeve is just about ready to connect. I just have to iron that little crease out. I got a little crease in it when I was pressing my seam flat. But other than that, this sleeve is just about ready to attach. I just need to press this bottom part right here. So let's go back to the ironing board, because I need to press not only this, but also this. So see, Jerry, we have improved so much. We not only have, there we go. We not only have a better angle of the sewing, but we also have a much better angle of the ironing, which requires no butts. No butts in seam. Okay, I think I'm out of frame here, but I'm just putting it over the end of my ironing board to the end of that sleeve, and I'm just creasing up that end a little bit. Putting it on my little end here, creasing it up. And then this little crease here. I want to get rid of that without putting another crease in the bottom or without frying my liner. I'm a little paranoid. I'm going to fry this fabric. So I'm just holding the iron a little bit above it and just blasting the steam out, actually. I'll just use my fabric steamer with it. Yeah, this one. Okay, I'll just use my steamer. Flatten it out. I don't want to melt the lining. It's just got some snaggy on here from the iron. Okay. I'm gonna unplug the iron.
There's no kids in here right now.
Living on the wild side. Let me just quickly finish this seam. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, just finishing that seam.
I want to work with the Xbox control or the Nintendo controllers.
Oh, really?
You have to pair controllers.
Oh, wow. You're getting fancy with it.
Just had to pair them to the tablet.
Huh. That, I did not know you could pair Nintendo controllers to an Apple tablet. That's crazy.
Same with iPad. You can do it too.
That's crazy. I didn't know. I did not know. Okay, let me trim this.
It's kind of harder to use it with the controller, but it's
Harder with the controller than just doing it with, like, what, a keyboard or something?
yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Alright, back to ironing board. I have to like squeeze around the end. There's not quite enough room between my nice blue chair that I got out of the dumpster. It's a fantastic chair. Listen, it's really well made. It maybe needs to be recovered, okay? Maybe it needs a little fresh sponge on the seat or whatever. But that is a well-made chair. It was built in North Carolina. I checked the tag on the bottom, you know, because I saw it sitting on the side of the road, kind of down by the kids' school, and I was like, that looks like a well-made chair. So I stopped, of course, as one does. And it was next to one of those donation things, you know. I was like, I want that chair. So I was there to pick Sean up. So I got Sean first, and then I said, Sean, we're gonna go get that chair out of the dumpster. Bless him, he's not embarrassed, so he came with me and he helped me pick it out of the dumpster. Or, it wasn't in the dumpster, it was next to the donation thing. And it is really a well-made chair, so I'm actually quite excited about it. I think, you know, nice, well-made furniture, you can recover it and have it for a lifetime. We've got my mom's couch downstairs now, which is really nice, leather couch, and I'm very happy to have it, but of course we have to keep blankets on it because of the animal. So it's like, it defeats the purpose of having the nice couch. I was telling Bob, I was like, you know, once these animals go, that's it. No more animals. I say
Yes,
that.
more animals.
See?
You're gonna be like, okay, that's what you look like.
You're gonna move out eventually, aren't you? No.
Maybe, you know,
Maybe.
I will. But still, you're gonna be like, cause Bob will be like sad. So you'll be like, okay, come on, let's go get some.
He does his dogs, but I don't know. It's a lot of work, like cleaning up after them and everything. Especially when they're younger. Like now the dogs are older and they're chill and they're laid back and they're like really, you know, into our routine and stuff, and they are just, you know. But when they're young, they're so wild. Like Pongo, the puppy, stealing the bacon out of Janice's hand the other day. She was going to put bacon in the oven and he stole it right out of her hand. Is Bob watching this? Watching. Alright. if I finish this green coat and I actually get it done and I actually do this camel one, I'm gonna be shocked. Because seriously, this coat has been sitting in my pile of things that I need to finish for, I don't even know, a year, more than a year. A long time. Too long. Like I said, I just got so frustrated with the darn thing. But, you know, that just goes to show when you do get frustrated with a project, you need to just set it down for a while. Because now this time I came back to it today and it's totally fine. And I was feeling a little testy earlier, but it's fine now. I was testy because of work and stuff. I was having one of those days where you have to yell at people, which I don't like.
Why do you have to yell at them?
Because they deleted a bunch of my work out of the system.
Stupid people.
Jerk faces. Right before I had a demo. And it wasn't even just my work, it was Victoria's work too. And she was very upset, and I don't blame her, as she should be. Took your work out of the system like that, that's messed up. So, anyway. Yeah. I'm gonna have to put a button here. Put this button on. Okay, there we go. Now I have 2 sleeves. Left, right sleeve, and right sleeve. No, it's really just left sleeve. It just has a left and a right on it because I originally had marked them both as right, which is why I was probably so confused before when I was trying to figure everything out. They're not both right, they're actually one left, one right. But I certainly confused myself. Alright, now this time there are kids in here, so I am unplugging the iron.
I'm over on the bed.
I know you're over on the bed, but still. I don't know. I'm scared that something's gonna happen. I'm afraid the iron's gonna fall.
Shouldn't be.
Oh, the couch. Yeah, you know what? Hey, Scruffy.
Scruffy?
Yeah, Scruffy says hi. Hey, Scruffy. Oh, yes, and you can vote every day. Oh, you're third.
What?
Janice is third.
She's third?
Janice is third. Janice is third. That's so exciting. I think I can change it. How do I do it?
Scruffy scruff.
I don't know, but Janice is third.
Oh, I know how. Remember you clicked on it that one time?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, if you're not going to have a couch when you come down, there is a couch over there in the house. So we brought my mom's couch here, but we took our couch there. And it's a perfectly fine couch also. It's nice. We kept it covered while it was here so it didn't get messed up with the animals. So there is a couch there. It's the couch that we had here probably the last time you were here. And you are welcome to it. And there's other furniture there too. You know, I meant to ask you guys about that because
There you go. Look.
Yay!
You push it and they push properties.
Nice. There's, you know, beds. There's 2 beds. There's an armoire. There's a, you know, bunch of stuff. There's, you know, do you guys want it? Oh, why am I looking at the ironing board again? Hang on.
Sorry, I probably pushed it.
Oh, that's okay. So if you guys do want that stuff, you're welcome to it. Because I was not sure what I was going to do with it. I was going to give it away if you guys did not want any of it. Like, whatever you did not want.
They don't have a couch?
Yeah, he was saying we're not going to have a couch when they move down here.
They're gonna
So they'll have that couch. And then my mom had a handmade tiki bar in the house, which is really very cool and funky. So if you guys want that, it can stay there. It's currently in the living room. And on the back porch, like the Florida room, there's a big white armoire. There's like a mustard colored. My mom really loved the mid-century modern. Everything is mid-century modern. So a lot of her stuff is actually really nice quality, and it's just older because she liked vintage. So she has a lot of vintage, stuff. So maybe I can take some pictures of it all for you guys, and you can tell me what you want. Because some of it is really cool, honestly. Yeah. Have to take some pics and see what you think, what you like. Because there is my hair lady, her neighbors. They're like a very sweet older couple, and in the hurricane they lost everything. Everything. And so they'll take anything else, and so have a very good cause, to give things to if you guys don't want them. But it would be nice if you do want them, because then they'll still be around. But of course, you don't have to. You can have whatever you want, and then the rest of it will give away. The only things she has also a handmade mantle in addition to her tiki bar, and I am gonna take that. I am gonna bring the mantle over here, I think, because what my vision for the loft is I want to have like a library up there. I want to have like bookcases, and I want to have the mantle, and I want to put an electric fireplace in the mantle. And so I want to have a cozy, like, reading nook area upstairs. So full on library is my vision. Okay, we're basting this together. Sorry, I concentrate and I forget to talk. I should be explaining what I'm doing. I'm going around the top of the sleeve. Pulling my pins as I go. Sewing in circles is hard. Oh my gosh, Brian, when I went live on Facebook yesterday for like an hour at 5 o'clock, which was way too early, guess who was in my live? Marjorie.
You didn't like her, anything?
Oh no, I just, it's not, it's just funny, like, cause I haven't seen her in ages, like, just saying, like, somebody you haven't seen in a while. Brian does do Christmas decorations. He does the best Christmas decorations, actually. I have some photos of Brian's Christmas decorations. Okay, let me just tell you guys. Out of this world. His Christmas decorations are crazy. They're so good, okay? Like, take whatever you're thinking and kick it up like 4 notches. It's really good. Okay, so now I've got my 2 sleeves. I've got them put together. I've got them pressed, okay? I basted the tops. So now comes the moment of truth. I need to attach my sleeves to my coat. 4 of 4. Where does it tell me how to do that? I don't think it does. Oh, it does. It just doesn't give me that good of a picture. Okay. Turn sleeve right side out. Okay, sleeves are right side out. Hold coat wrong side out with armhole toward you. Hold coat wrong side out with armhole toward you.
I sent you a video, and I want to see if you could do that for me. It looks easy.
Okay. Chloe's hair is so soft. The only thing
It's with
is
rubber
so
bands.
soft.
It's not
Rubber
gravy.
bands? Okay.
It's like you put a rubber band and then you split it in two, and it's like, it's cool. It should be pretty easy.
Okay, that sounds good. So I'm holding the coat towards me, and I have it wrong side out. With right sides together, pin sleeve to armhole edge with center small dot at shoulder seam. With right sides together, so my right side of the coat is inside. Alright, I want to make sure I put the correct thing on the correct side, left and right. Very important. So, what I'm actually going to do, because again, this coat, I was following the directions every time and I was messing it up. This time, I'm sort of following the directions, but I'm more so following my eyeballs. And I am kind of holding it on myself and seeing like what is right, because I do not have any spatial awareness whatsoever. I can't tell if it's going to be correct until it's on there. Alright, so this one goes to this one. I don't want to pin it because I'm going to pin myself. I do have some clippies though. Fabric clipper dippers. I don't really have to put them together correctly. I just have to hold it so that I know that I have the correct sleeve in the correct place with the right orientation. Because the fronts of your sleeves and the backs of your sleeves are not the same. The backs of your sleeves have more room to allow your shoulder to move. So the shapes are not the same at all. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Oh wow, he said. I know, right?
What?
About Marjorie being in there. Just crazy. I was just surprised to see her. You know, I just didn't expect to see her pop in. But yeah, she said she hung out with us the whole time. She talked, she told us Dale graduated from high school. She said he was the only one of her boys that graduated. Like, I can say anything. I mean, my two GEDs down so far. But Dale graduated. And then I was like, I guess Facebook showed me Dale's picture. And I was like, oh my gosh, look. There he is. All grown up.
What's he look like?
He looks like Dale. I'll show you his picture. I don't know. Bless you. You met him before.
I don't remember because I was too young.
If you see the picture, you might remember.
I take a shower. I don't want to take a shower.
Go take a oatmeal bath.
I don't want
Okay, so now I have these things like either clipped or pinned in the right place so that I know I'm putting them in the right place. Okay, so now I can hold the coat like this with the armhole
Okay.
towards me. You leaving?
No.
No?
Maybe.
Yes, no, maybe?
Oh wow, he said. For everyone watching.
Bryant is the most amazing Christmas decorations. Let me just tell you, when you're here, okay, Brian, we have got to get you started with a business where you do the Christmas decorations for people like down on Bayshore Boulevard and stuff. Because they hire every year people to decorate. And that should be you because you are the best, truly, at that. And I'm not just gassing you up, like really seriously, your decorations are the best. Your house, it always looks so good at Christmas. Well, I mean all the time, but especially at Christmas. Okay, so now I have to like line up all of my little notches and all of my little dots. None of them line up. This notch doesn't line up with that notch. I feel like what am I doing with my life? Why doesn't this line up? Why doesn't that line up? See, this is where, for all I know, I put the notches in the wrong places, okay? If these sleeves are backwards, I'm gonna cry. Cause hang on a minute. Cause this is this far away from the seam. And this notch is just that close to the seam, so there's just like basically no way. And this is the top.
Where's the dry brush, Mom?
That doesn't fit. Hanging on the back of the door in a little pouch.
In a what pouch?
A little pouch. Your girl is stressing, okay? Like I said, the back of the sleeve is bigger. This is the back side. The back is bigger, right? That's the back. Yes, that's the back. The back is bigger. Am I getting confused with what I'm thinking is the top and it's actually just this little side epaulette thing? Possibly. I'm gonna take out a stitch because this thing got hung up on itself. There we go.
I have retrieved it.
This is the top.
I've retrieved the dry brush.
You retrieved it? Okay, so then use that dry brush to brush off all the little hair, or skins, not hair, skin pieces. And it did say I was gonna have to ease fabric together, okay, but there's easing fabric together and then there's, these seams don't even remotely line up.
You're working?
Oh yeah? Does it hurt?
No. Feels good. Like a
I mean, it's gonna need to do more, but yeah, it's working. Poor little Miss Sunburn,
that feels
exfoliating
good right
off.
here.
Okay, so this maybe, does this just need to be eased that much? There's no way that needs to be eased that much. There's no way. Sleeves are so hard, y'all. Okay, wait.
They are.
Oh my gosh, the hardest. This is the underside. This goes here. Okay, yes. This goes here. So we're gonna put this, we're gonna put a pin in it. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm trying to figure out this sleeve. What did I do? What did I do? It's confusing because this coat has a lot of details, like the little epaulets and stuff. Yeah. Okay, this fits together decently. Okay. Okay. So I have to ease all that in? Holy cats. Okay, okay, okay. So on the top of your shoulder, you know how they do that. Like there's so much more fabric on the sleeve than there is on the shoulder and you have to ease it together. Okay. So it's not wrong. It's not cut wrong. It's not pinned wrong or sewn wrong. It just needs to be eased a lot. And it took me a little while to figure that out. Okay. But that's okay. We got there. That's why you make a muslin a practice. The screen coat is actually my practice one. I am going to be making a real one. So I wanted to make a London fog, right? Like a real looking London fog coat. And so I bought all this stuff to make the London fog coat. And I realized I desperately need to practice. And so I decided to make this green one for practice. And the poor little green coat, it's a mess. Made all my mistakes on this one, you know what I'm saying? So there's 3 dots on the top of the sleeve. 1, 2, 3. And this middle dot is top of the sleeve. And I should have 3 dots on here, but of course I don't. I have 1 dot here. I have 1 dot here. Okay. This dot goes to this dot. Come on, you stay. This dot goes to this dot. I have too much fabric on one side and not enough fabric on the other side. How can they be backwards? I literally put them on my arms. Sorry, I'm thinking. Why? Okay. Why do I keep doing this wrong? What? There's a left sleeve and a right sleeve, right? So worst case scenario, left becomes right and right becomes left. Did I just put them on backwards? Because I don't know right and left? It's possible. Alright, this sleeve, now I ironed it too much. It says right. This is my right sleeve. That is the left sleeve. That's the left sleeve. I'm confusing myself about sleeves and epaulettes and whatnots. Okay, so if I try to put this sleeve on this side, okay, was that just where I just had it? No, because I have this other one here. Alright, let me get this one off. The worst thing that happens is your little things are on there backwards, and I still haven't quite figured out why I keep doing it backwards. I just know that I do keep doing it backwards, which is crazy. It's crazy. That's the thing with sewing, man. It's easy until it's not, you know? All of a sudden it sneaks up on you and is really hard. Look, we have a nice active chat. Jeremy and Brian keeping the chat going.
Yeah. I sent it to Indy's owner. He said awesome stuff.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, the angle. That was who said the angle. I was like, who is that? Or was that Jerry? Because I saw Indy, and I wasn't sure if that Indianapolis, or is that Indy the dog?
Yeah, I think I sent it to him, like, later than that. I don't...
Oh, okay. That was so nice of him to join and donate before.
There was,
so sweet.
I sent it to one of my friends. She sent it to one of her friends.
Nice.
And then, I think that was the one that said awesome angle, or lovely angle.
I was wondering. Okay, I was like,
yeah, and then my friend's, says, your neighbor here.
oh, yay. Hey. Thank you for coming. I appreciate
Brian
it.
said Indy is Jerry.
Indy's Jerry. Okay. Because Indianapolis, right? Oh, you got a spray? Don't steal all those. Those are for Chloe's thing.
Yeah, I only took one.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, I was asking Devin to see if they were his, but
Yeah, no.
Didn't get a
for
response.
Chloe's
And I
fifth
asked
grade
Bob, and he
dance.
said they're closed, so I took one. But
What do I manage to do here?
what was it? My friend's mom said that I could be a producer with all the
You
angles.
absolutely could. Like, this is very professional looking. Seriously, the whole business is very professional. And I would just like to point out, Janice has moved up from 7th to 3rd, so all of your votes make a huge difference.
Oh my goodness.
You guys are doing amazing, and we appreciate you big time. Thank you so much for all the votes. I have thoroughly managed to stump myself with these sleeves. I'm telling you. How can it be so hard to get a sleeve on properly? I have a right and a left. Even if I marked them wrong, one should be right and one should be left. You know what I mean? I should be able to get them on one way or the other. But I'm having trouble lining it up either which way. Okay, let me just try this one more time. So I'm taking the coat, I'm putting it towards me.
He better pay me good if he's hiring me. Real good.
I'm telling you, I think there's opportunities, man. Opportunities everywhere. Family business opportunities, all kinds of opportunities. Alright, so this piece is the bigger piece. This is the piece that goes over the top, and it should be in the back because there's more room in the back. This is the front of the coat because this has the little pointy part. So it's got the smaller front part towards the front. But this has two, and usually whenever you have two marks means the back piece.
And he's understood I'm talking like a real entrepreneur now.
Absolutely. I think that Sean is going to be a very successful young man. It's so funny because he's got a lot of talents, you know. He's not much for school though. If we could only get him to like school. But now next year we are zoned for a different school. So I have hopes that maybe it'll be a little better. He's not a big fan of Sumner. It was not a good fit. Sumner's a little rough. And not as bad as Leonard. Adrian went to Leonard. Leonard was real bad. And of course now Leonard's like a ghost town, I guess, from what I hear from the kids that go to Leonard. There's nobody there anymore. Because everybody's at Sumner. Now Sumner's the overcrowded one, you know.
I wonder if Morgan's gonna be like that.
I mean, I guess, like, you know, a lot of the Riverview kids will still be in Sumner. They're not pulling everybody out of Sumner, just the Waimama kids. So, you know.
One of the smartest and wise young guys I've ever seen. Thank you.
Aww. He is. He is a smart young man. Very well spoken. Should have heard him at Mimi's funeral. He got up in front of everybody and was talking and telling stories about Mimi, and I thought that was really brave because, I don't know, public speaking, especially at an event like that where
There is no Uncle Discount. You know what? There's gonna be a tax.
Uncle Tax. Oh, that's messed up. Okay. So yeah, Sean just has to find his niche. You know what's he gonna do? But whatever he does, he'll be really successful at it. He loves to learn. That's the thing about, I don't understand why, you know, with school, because he loves to learn. He learns by choice all the time. He'll teach himself, like with this streaming thing. I mean, look at it. It's amazing. He did a great job. See, now when I put on the other side, I have too much fabric the other way. I need some better spatial understanding to sew sleeves. I'm telling you. And you know, this is, okay, when I was in college, originally I was a chemical engineering major. And I switched to a straight chemistry track because physics and I did not get along. And I'm telling you, this is all related. My spatial understanding is not good. I'm just a very the other side of the brain, right? And not the spatial side of the brain. I bet you if Bob was up here doing this, he would have figured this out 2 sleeve applications ago. Because, okay, the 2 pieces are not symmetrical, right? So if you don't sew them together in the correct orientation, they're not going to come out right, obviously. This one must need to be rotated 180 degrees. One or the other. How did I manage to do that?
The teachers have been good, just not the.
Well, you have
Subjects.
some that you like. Yeah,
Mhm.
the subjects are not that good.
Yeah. Especially my geometry teacher.
Yeah, you really like your geometry teacher a lot. But you don't like geometry?
Nope.
The good teachers are supposed to be able to make it engaging for you, you know? But
I mean, she did, but like, it's still math, so. I mean, I've always been like, not bad at it, but like, it's just boring.
you're a history buff. It's always liked history. But then when they put them in classes, you know, this is a kid that knows every flag of every country in the whole world and every capital of every country in the whole world. And the teachers, they're like, take your crayons and color the oceans. How many oceans are there? And then she's telling him his answer's wrong because he knows more oceans than she does. You know what I mean? It's like, remember
When
that?
I was in 6th grade,
Yeah.
the teacher messed up the borders. I went up to her. I was like, this is the border Egypt. It doesn't end at the Nile River. It goes on a little more. She was like, oh. She changed it, but like,
Yeah, a lot of teachers don't like to be, or people in general don't like to be corrected. But you know, it's just when you know as much as he does, and then you go. I guess that's probably a little, you know, insulting.
yeah, but she was fine with it afterwards. But like,
Yeah, but it's just like the level that the class was at, right? And we tried homeschool, but it just didn't really work out for us. To be perfectly honest. I mean, COVID, you know? A lot of people tried to homeschool in COVID. And it was not easy. We did our best. We made it work, but, it definitely was not something I wanted to do long term, let's put it that way.
I had nuns. They were mean until they found out I smoked, and then they bummed cigarettes from me.
Where is Chloe? Chloe should be your model / mannequin. Chloe is in the shower, unfortunately, right now. Front, back, front.
I think I'd be the best model here. Do I not look handsome enough to you? Is that what it is?
I think you would be a good model, but I just think, hang on, let's go back to lounge scene. Here, stand up for me for a second. I gotta see if I can figure this thing out. Okay.
It's big on me, so.
Let me back us up. We're too close to the thing. It is big, meant to be a bit oversized, but yes, it is a little large.
This seems like the right.
Right? Doesn't it seem right? It seems correct, right? And then when I actually go to put it together, it doesn't fit at all. It- It looks like it would. It looks like it would work. Why doesn't it work?
Let me see it out.
Let me. Again, who knows what I'm doing wrong? Maybe it's actually right, and I'm just holding it together wrong. It seems right. should barely buttons.
Yeah, this. I feel like this is right.
Let's see and try this. I feel like it's right too when I look at it like that, but then when I sit down here and I try to sew it, it's crazy. Sewing is definitely an exercise in patience. Okay. You have to be very patient. I have an embroidery project downstairs that I need to work on that is also an exercise.
Looks good and right from my end.
I know, that's the thing. And then when I try to get it together, it's like maybe I'm expecting this to line up and it's not going to. Maybe it's not supposed to. Maybe I'm expecting these two seams to line up and these seams are not never meant to line up in the first place. Maybe I just need to adjust my expectations. Isn't that a metaphor for life? Okay. Coat is inside out. Needs to be inside out. Sleeve needs to be right side out. Okay, 3 dots. Marks the top. Center of the 3 dots marks the top. That would line up. Here. But yeah, I didn't even know Sean knew how to do all this OBS stuff and all of this setting up stuff. It was like such a surprise to me when he's like, oh yeah, I can set all this up for you. You know, we had this live stream idea to help support Janice and get some more voters, you know, for her. And he's like, oh, I got you. I can set all that up. And I was like, okay, great, you know. And then he did it and it was beyond my expectations. It's like, wow. This is really good.
Yeah.
You know what? Sean's right. Y'all are absolutely right. It is correct. It's just, I was expecting the seam to line up somewhere where the seam is not meant to line up. The seam doesn't actually line up on the bottom. There's a dot. And then I should have a dot on here to line up to it. You can put the camera on so you can say hi.
No.
You don't want to say hi?
No.
Chloe's here now. Go down on the chat. Hit the little. Oh, were you? Oh, you're reading them. Okay. Dot. I'm looking for the other dot to line it up. I have another dot somewhere. Bless. Janice is busy stuffing lobsters for tonight because she's, you know, cooking all these really fancy things for the chef competition. You know, she's posting all the time with all of the stuff that she's cooking to try to stay, you know, towards the lead. Move
Oh,
up.
so she's out right now?
She's here, but she's just not typing because she's cooking dinner, I think.
Can I stay up a little later?
A little bit, but it's not, school's almost out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this easing, there is a lot of
It
easing.
doesn't really matter because it's just a big one.
Well, I just don't want you to not feel it. Right? You are not.
I'm joking.
Okay. Energy drink, she whispered over there. I don't know if the thing picked up on that.
Joking.
What? Oh, sorry. Oh, you know, I wasn't supposed to say
just about to help Irish onto the couch. Then she jumped up on her own and hit me in the nose.
Oh. Oh,
Chloe,
silly animals.
Brian said hi.
Hi.
Okay, so there's just a lot of fabric that needs to be eased in. So I have to make it fit all of this fabric.
Lobster in oven.
Lobster in
Crab
oven?
stuffed lobster.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wow. Chloe would like that. She loves crab,
Oh my gosh, that sounds really good.
doesn't it?
Yes. That's what Uncle Brian said. No,
Yeah.
that's what Uncle Brian said.
Oh, that's what Uncle Brian said. Well, I think it sounds really good.
Same.
I think that sounds good too. Alright, I'm not even gonna just pay any attention to any dots or any expectations. I'm just gonna pin this thing and rock and roll, man. I'm over it.
Do you have wipes in here or no?
Do I what?
Wipes?
No, downstairs. Sorry.
My phone's just dirty.
Oh, there, there may be some in that. Did I unplug the iron? Check the iron's unplugged before you walk past it. Inside that little door there. Okay. Good. Thank you. Like I said, it's probably an irrational fear, but I'm so scared of that iron.
Which one is it, this one?
Yeah, it would be in there. If it's in there, it'd be right at the front. Otherwise, I took them downstairs.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna baste that in first.
So is
Oh, gosh.
Janice streaming or just like play something? Like,
Or she was cooking, listening to this, listening to us. Yeah.
yeah, I thought that you were gonna. I remember you saying that you were just gonna like duel up or something. So I got the thought of it.
Do a what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Random. Okay. What the? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to match this thing up. This thing is definitely one of the more challenging things I've made. And then I just looked at it and I realized I burned this thing with my iron before. I don't want to talk about it. Look at this poor fabric right here has a burn on it, but I think there's a thing that a flap that goes over it. I hope. Otherwise, that's really unfortunate. Oh, I think the collar covers it. That iron I got, it's a really good iron. It might just be almost a little too good because it seems like I burn the fabric as often as I iron it, to be perfectly honest with you. But it's a Rowenta. They're supposed to be the best.
Leonardo.
Random access humor over here. Oh, I don't know if our neighbor is still in, but if he is, your house looks so good. Your paint, everything looks so nice.
I think he is because he did.
Yeah, it looks so good. I actually took a picture of the sign from your painter. We need to get ours done too. Waiting on our insurance. But yeah, it looks so good. We love your garage door. That looks amazing.
They had to get it like done by the HOA. Like,
Oh, I don't know if they had to get an approval from the HOA or if they just did it. That's a good question. I don't know. I guess if you change the color, you have to.
but they didn't. They just changed the shade.
Yeah. I don't know if they're as picky as they used to be now that it's owner like operated. Not as picky about certain things, right? They're very picky about trash cans being out. Although I'll tell you what, I'm getting sick of those people parking their cars at the end of our driveway. That's super frustrating. I don't like it there. I'm gonna call code enforcement and tell them there's an abandoned vehicle out there pretty soon. They don't come and get their stuff. There's the same car's been parked right at the base of my driveway for a couple weeks, and it has not moved, not one time. It's a new car though; it's brand new. But I'm like, it has not moved. So I don't know what it's doing there.
Unless it moves while you're asleep, or
Yeah, but it like is the same distance from their mailbox every day. It would move more than that. You know? It's really close to the mailbox too, which I feel like is very inconvenient for the postie.
I bet you it's to that house right there. That's 2-story. No.
I wonder if it's Aaliyah's grandpa or whatever he is. Because he sells cars.
Maybe, but he has a red truck.
Well, maybe it's for sale. Maybe he's trying to sell it.
So why would he put it right there?
To get it, because he's out of room in front of his house, maybe. Because they do have a bunch of cars over there, too. I think Bob gets more annoyed than I do because it's harder for him to get his truck in and out. My
You know,
car can still go in and out just fine. But
He's like so close to hitting it every time he.
yeah, it's really irritates him and Mika because they can't get their cars in and out.
Especially Mika.
Yeah, well that RV, she couldn't even pack her car in because that RV was like kind of half in the middle of the street.
Oh, that RV, I remember that.
Yeah, it finally left. I don't know if it was somebody staying for a while or what, but yeah.
It was the neighbor with all the chickens.
Oh, was it that? Is that same guy? I can never keep track of who lives where down there. I've been here 10 years. I don't know who's in which house. I mean, the guy with the cat, where we found their cat?
Yeah.
Oh. We found their cat in our yard, in my planter.
Kept it in our upstairs sink.
Bathroom, yeah, we put it in the bathroom until they could get there to get it. They're out of town. Well, just in Jacksonville. They rushed home immediately. But, yeah.
I would still consider that out of town.
Yeah. Out of town, but not like a flight, so they were able to drive back. So it took a few hours. We only had him here for some few hours. It's a nice little kitty.
And Bob had
Ow.
to go do some work for him. He has ducks too.
Yeah, he gave us eggs. I remember. I poked myself pretty decent. I don't think it's bleeding.
That was him
Okay.
that had that big old RV. And sometimes I see it again.
Oh.
Parks it in his driveway. Somehow.
I didn't know that was the same person.
Pretty sure it is, at least.
Nah, it probably is. You're probably right. Okay, we're gonna
Is there
base
any
this
comments?
in. No, I'm probably boring everybody to death. Okay, I'm gonna try to base these sleeves in.
Okay, do it.
I have no faith in this whole sleeve process.
Yeah. Whatever you say. I'm just playing on my sleeves full.
Oh, see, this one I even pinned it wrong.
I'm playing my sleeves full.
It's supposed to be right sides together, and I did it not right. I didn't do it right.
This is taking me forever. You should.
I know, it takes forever.
Not you, me.
Oh.
This is taking me forever to make this one sim.
Character design is your favorite part. Chloe likes The Sims. The Sims actually takes a lot of computing power. Surprisingly.
Doesn't take a lot of tablet power.
Wow. Just shows how high powered those little tablets really are.
Tablet's still at 87.
So easily confused by this thing. Alright, we're gonna base this sleeve and then I'm gonna pin that sleeve and then we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know what that
I'm
means.
just trying to get this darn thing. I'm trying to do something. Finish something. Finish
Yeah.
anything.
True that. I can't believe you can connect it to a Nintendo controller.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Cause you can connect your iPad Bluetooth to it.
Hmm.
I said I was trying to tell them.
Oh, you're trying to tell them? You gotta come over here and look at the chat. I'm trying to do this dumb slave. Going nice and slow.
Hi,
There's
Shelly.
Meow.
Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here. Hi, kitty. Oh, thank you for exiting out of Sims for me.
Mm.
Hey, baby. Hi, you good kitty. Go,
I gotta get all this fabric in there. It's gonna be impossible to do without at least a little bit of a fold.
Okay, let me look at the chat. Over here. Ow,
I may have accidentally just sewed the epaulette into it.
okay, let's see.
I definitely sewed it over.
Chad, stop. Crap. Oh, nobody said anything yet.
I guess I'd probably bore him half to death.
See that handwork? Very nice handwork.
Oh, thank you.
I just made that up. But still, very nice handwork. Very snake. Leonardo.
Snake hand.
You know why I said Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
Because I seen it on
On what?
Sims.
Oh.
It said Leonardo.
Oh.
So I said Leonardo DiCaprio.
Got it. Not really, but I'm gonna say it.
Well, you did got it now.
I got it now.
Leonardo. Oh. Shoot. Oh.
Squishing this fabric in.
Oh. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, I'm almost around. Alright, let's check the damage here.
There you go.
I'm just so jaded. I'm so jaded.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Let's see here what I did. It's on there.
Yeah, you like it?
I don't know, come here, try it on and you tell me, does it feel like it's supposed to? I don't think it looks right.
No, why
It doesn't look right. The puffy part of the sleeve is supposed to be on the top and it's in the back.
It's okay.
It's not right.
Let me see. It looks good. It looks like it's supposed to be like that.
It's not supposed to be.
What is- Okay, let me see. Let me try it.
I promise you that is wrong.
But it looks like it is. Even though it's not, it looks like it is. It's nice and heavy. It's always good. Ooh, I thought both sleeves were on. I was like, I'd break it. I like it.
What color?
I like it.
Let me see. this part is supposed to be up here and it's back
okay.
here. But it makes it not fit right. It makes it poof weird, like kind of weird.
This one look bad. It was cute.
I'm glad you like it. I think it's good.
Should really just be asking Janice.
It's not right, Janice. It doesn't look right.
It's okay, Janice. You'll love it. Hey,
It's just such a learning coat.
what'd you say?
Nothing. But I think that I cut these out 180 degrees wrong. I really do.
It's okay.
It's okay now, but because I'm not cutting really expensive fabric, right? The thing is, I made this as a practice because I want to make a really expensive, nice overcoat. And I'm afraid if I do it again, I just think I cut them wrong though. And I think that if I cut more carefully, but I don't know if this, it doesn't look right.
Look at my sim. That's what I just spent all my time doing since I came in here.
Yeah.
It took me a while.
Oh gosh. I'm getting tired. I don't know. I am frustrated with this coat. I think that unfortunately I have done this so wrong. The way the sleeves are attaching is not correct. And I don't have enough fabric to make it the rest
Come
of
here,
the way.
Chevy.
I am gonna have to
Come here, Chevy.
try again with my better fabric. I
look,
really
two cats.
screwed this one up.
Two cats. Dos cats.
But it's getting past my bedtime. Oh, I'm getting tired. No sewing after 1 or after 9.
Huh? Who said that? You?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Shelly, don't do that. She's clawing your thing. Mercedes. Have you seen that Mercedes girl?
The one that like taps her fingers on the Mercedes.
No,
Just
she's like-
Mercedes. That one.
Like, she's like sassy. She's like a worker. And like, she does like scenarios. And she's like, actually, this isn't my plan. Like, stuff like that.
Oh.
Ugh, my back feels weird. Okay, I'm just gonna like save this. And then I'll go back because I know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, do it better. You know?
Yeah. Okay, well I might cut this off, but I'm gonna text you, Janice, okay? I'm glad that you love it, but it's wonky.
She said I love it.
Yeah, she said she loves it nonetheless, and I appreciate that you love it, but it's not right. It's like the sleeves look like they've been put on like this instead of being
I
like
told you
this.
she was gonna love it.
I know she loves it, but it doesn't fit right. It looks bad on because it puts like a weird fold in the back of the sleeve. You know what I mean? It's not good. No good. It's not worth putting the other sleeve on and the effort of sewing all the buttons and cutting all the buttonholes for you to have a coat that's not even going to fit you right. I think this one is a wash,
Her name is
unfortunately.
Mercedes.
Oh, her name is Mercedes. I thought it was the girl that does the Mercedes thing.
No, her name is Mercedes.
Anyway, alright, I'm tired. I'm gonna cut this thing off and then